I'm making this video as a safe space where us fitness enthusiasts can discuss the big fitness topic of the moment, maybe 40 years ago, which is who was right? The new kid on the block, Mike Mentzer, which is a bit weird to say considering the guy died in 2001, or the man himself, the myth, the biggest legend in the whole sport of bodybuilding. Of course, I'm talking about Arnold. Now, when I say safe space, guys, I mean anyone can join in the comments below. Because do you find that people are a little bit overly aggressive towards each other, a little bit hyper aggressive towards each other in comment sections, on social media posts? People are attacking me on this page all the fucking time and I'm a nobody. And I think it's a little bit weird. So be nice and let's have a conversation. Now, I'm not a professional bodybuilder. Hell, I wouldn't even call myself a bodybuilder. I'm not enhanced. I'm not claiming I know every answer in the fitness industry, and I'm certainly not claiming that I know more about bodybuilding, more about fitness than Arnold or Mike Mentzer. I just love fitness. I love researching fitness. I love applying fitness principles that interest me to my own training. For me personally, geezers, when I think about these two contrasting styles, I used to lean towards the Arnold side of things. 6 days a week, long workouts, high volume, you know the deal. And in my 20s, carefree time in my life, no responsibilities, no wife, no baby. It worked for me. It worked for me really well. These days, I'm a little bit older and those methods don't work so well for me. When I heard about Mike Mentzer, when I heard about H.I.T Training, which I'll be honest, was only about a year ago. In fact, I remember the day that I came across it. Elliot Hulse, I used to love Yo Elliot, so much quality information, but he's not been popping up on my feed for a while. I know he took his content in a different direction and I hadn't seen anything of Elliot Hulse for years, but suddenly there he was on my recommendations page. He was with a guy called Jay Vincent. They were doing a video together where Jay Vincent was explaining the principles of high intensity training to Elliot and taking him through a workout. And of course, I watched it. It got me curious. I went into research mode and within 15 minutes, I was watching one of those old school videos of Mike Mentzer training some bodybuilder from Germany.
Your purpose as a bodybuilder is not to come into the gym to see how many sets you can do or how long you can mindlessly endure.
And I absolutely loved it. I think as fitness people, we all love that idea of pushing our bodies to the absolute limit. Us people, you and I, we don't want to go into the gym, go through the motions, just basically waste our time. We want to push our bodies to the absolute limit, and that is basically what high intensity training is. So I've been doing it periodically over the last year, but there's one fundamental issue with high intensity training which is holding me personally back. And this is a personal issue for me, geezers, so obviously this isn't going to apply directly to you, but seeing as I'm the one here starting the conversation, I feel like I'm going to share my experience nonetheless. And that is that this last year personally has been one of the hardest years of my life, and I've been dealing with some pretty troubling mental health shit, something that I've never experienced before. And at times like that little phrase, the gym is my therapy, it really comes to the forefront. And I think for some people it's just a cool soundbite or a cool caption to put with their latest content on Instagram. But for some people it's really fucking true. Some people genuinely need the gym to survive. And I'm not trying to be cryptic or overly dramatic when I say that. What I mean is, there was a time during that period where I felt like I was losing grip of my own existence. Gym, my training, my personal time when I was in there, just, doing something for me. That, along with my girls, was the only thing that was really keeping me going because I was in a pretty fucking dark place. Point being, I needed the gym at that time and I still need it now. So one 20-minute workout, however intense and effective that workout may be, one 20-minute workout every 6, 7, 8, 9 days, that just ain't enough. That ain't gonna cut it for me personally, and I'm sure for many of you. So in that respect, from that perspective, I probably didn't set myself up to feel the full benefits of high intensity training, and that's cool. Copying Mentzer's methods, Mentzer's philosophies to a T was never really the intention. To take the fundamentals, to take the principles of high intensity training, to push your body beyond what it's usually capable of doing. I took that and I applied it to my training in my own specific way. These days, I never lift 6 days out of the week. Ever. No. Usually I'm lifting 2 to 3 days a week, focusing on mobility work on other days, on cardio. I know Mike wasn't vouching for cardio. That's my personal choice. I am focusing on other things to give my muscles, the trained muscles, more time to recover. And I do feel the benefits and I do see aesthetic changes, albeit very minimal. In conclusion, for me, I'm what you might call a hybrid. I want to train with high intensity, but I also want to train with high volume. High volume as in I like to go to the gym most days of the week, not necessarily that I want to do endless amounts of sets. Guess you could say I'm just sitting on the fence here to appease to anyone who watches this video who's got that far, who's a fan of Mentzer, who's a fan of Arnold. You're like, oh, this guy seems all right. He's just sort of appreciates them both. Yeah, I do appreciate them both because I don't feel the need to get so territorial and possessively attached to one idea. But again, that's just me comparing myself to Mentzer or to Arnold. I'm not claiming I'm Mr. Olympia, geezers. What I'm saying is, I think any responsible, mature athlete should basically take the principles, apply them to themselves, see if they work. If they work, they become part of your training regimen. If they don't work, then you've experimented with something, no harm done. That's just my personal take on it, guys. It's not just Mentzer, it's not just Arnold. I've been inspired by all sorts of predecessors before me, and all of them have played a little part with forming the physique you see in front of your eyes, which you are probably not that impressed by right now. What has worked for you? I know some people really follow high intensity training to a T, or they really follow Arnold's methods to a T. What about you? What do you believe in? Drop it in the comments down below. Let's have a friendly discussion. Just me, you, a bunch of fitness geezers chatting about getting jacked. What's worked for us, what hasn't, what we believe in, what we don't. If there's any other methods that you want to bring to our attention, feel free. You know about Mike Mentzer a year ago. Maybe there's someone else out there who's about to blow up on Instagram and they're going to help us reimagine our training too. It's all about continually evolving. If you're still here watching me at this point, geezers, thank you very much. Consider dropping a like to support this boy. I want to grow this channel. Check out some of my other content if you're interested. If not, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for participating. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.